Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and a warm welcome to this week's Walking Wednesday. And as it is now May 19th, 2020, we have, I don't know why I said 2020, that was a bit odd to say, but still, either way, people will know, possibly or not know, that Walking Wednesday started on May 22nd, 2019, or 2019, as the normal people would say. Meaning that this is as close as we're going to get to a Walking Wednesday anniversary. So yes, I have dragged myself out of the house for 53 weeks in a row, or an entire year worth of Wednesdays. All obviously varying in quality, and of course in dedication on my behalf. But whatever it ended up being, it was done. The deed is almost, well, I mean, not almost at an end, I was going to say. I'm not going to cancel it. But even regardless of viral outbreaks or anything like that, we have still managed to keep going. And so we continue. For however long it may end up being. I was going to say that potentially if ever lockdown increased too much, that would be the end of Walking Wednesday, as I probably would never have actually started up again if I were to stop. But as it turns out, that is not necessary, because here we are, going down the path that has just recently reopened, that started it all, except for technically it didn't, because the first week actually was one where I was actually back at home here, and I filmed it all, basically, and it ended up losing the file. So I started Walking Wednesday a week after I should have done. I guess technically last week was closer to the anniversary, but still, this means the goal has been achieved. But yeah, here we are, 1 year later, and let me tell you, the place has not changed. I mean, partly it was closed down, but here we are now. And people are still using this place, because I'd actually let a woman go past before. So yeah. Alright, time for the weekly update. As of course I always do. So essentially what happened is it's been a bit of a strange week actually. It's been both good and bad. On one hand, Puppy Love has been cast. You know, we managed to announce that a couple days too late, but believe me, I was working on that video a lot in the background, like whenever we weren't doing anything else. And yeah, while at the same time people were asking me, when are we going to find out the character, when are we going to find out? Because the thing is that Mimi sent me her part super late at night. I then spent the rest of the next day editing both of those together. I think I had something going on that day. Although you think I remember if I actually had to go out of the house for any reason. Oh wait, no, it was the quiz. I didn't go out of the house. So yeah, basically, my mum and I actually hosted a neighbourhood quiz this week. Well, last week. So that was what was happening on Saturday. So at the same time I was preparing the auditions for Puppy Love, I was making some edits for that, because there was a particular round that involved like guessing the line that somebody had. So you actually had to they took the clips from a show and cut them before the famous line, and then later on made an answers version where you actually get to see the line itself. So yeah, a lot of good stuff, and that was, I think, the preferred round out of all of them. I mean, just because it was something different, because most of them were, of course, questions. I don't think we ordered them directly, not directly or correctly. Sorry, didn't order them correctly, because some of the rounds were harder than others, obviously. But in terms of entertainment value, we ended up having the maths one as the very end, which only one person was happy about. It wasn't a very fair system at all. So there you have it. As for back to Puppy Love, once the video was actually made, it got some mixed reception. Now, of course, it's quite natural that if you've put all of your time and effort into an audition, you know, you're committed to the role, you've gone and tried out and you want it for yourself, you know, you've done all that you can, given it your 100%, and you don't get it, yes, you have the right to be a little disappointed. However, a certain person got to the stage where he was actually started undermining the people involved in the decision. Well, I mean, particularly myself and Mimi. I don't think he knew that Aidan was involved in casting the show. So, and then also, he had his own theories about if someone had flirted to get a role or something like that. Complete nonsense, of course, because no one's done that. No one was flirting to get any roles at all. Yeah, did not go down well. I mean, I'm pretty sure people can guess who would be that petty. I don't even need to say his name. Who knows, maybe he would sue me if I mentioned him. Ooh, you never know. But yeah, that particular person is no longer associated with Buttercorn anyway. So there you go. Which may put a spanner on the works of the Mutant Girl, but then again, the Mutant Girl, we've had Natasha Nassib still having quit. I haven't managed to contact Natasha on Roblox yet, but that's my other option. Because it turns out, I mean, if anyone tries to contact Nassib, who's the one who's always on Discord, they're not going to get a good answer. Natasha, at the very least, will be polite enough to actually either fill people in or not block them when they ask something. You wouldn't think the younger sister was more mature, but there you go. In any case, we have they recorded their lines for episode 3, so potentially Mutant Girl episode 3 might still go ahead. But we're going to focus on Puppy Love, which is what I was going to do today, but Mimi did actually end up streaming for a lot of today, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to join in the stream, because I had some unfinished business on that server. Although, I don't know, I'm looking forward to make me an editing day tomorrow, just to myself while I get all of the audio stuff ready. Maybe also for Mutant Girl. That was a very loud shriek right there. You'd think that I think it's just been attacked, but no, it's fine. And yes, I did decide to film in the forest during late at night. But honestly, it has got a very good breeze to it right now, so it's all fine. Yeah, quite honestly, if I'm about to reach the end of the forest anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, we've probably forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, well there you go. That's a yearly tradition right there. Forgetting what happened in the week. Pretty sure that even the first Walking Wednesday was kind of like that, wasn't it? Just me rambling about, either talking about things of the moment or things of the later. But then again, what else could it be? But yeah, quiz and Puppy Love, that's basically it. That's what I was saying, I'm gonna do an editing day tomorrow. So who knows, maybe that'll be a bit more of a laid back one. I've got some film reviews as well that I've got to do. That's the problem. If I spend too much time on Discord, I end up, susceptible to people like doing other things, like the stream, for example, and progressing to newer things when you've got older ones being backed up. Like a new GLMM, actually, from my friend Flowers, that I actually made on the day, and did not actually upload at the time, even though Nassib said to do some more recent mini movies. I'll get round to it eventually. Oh, I'll go across the street, there's people over there. And yes, I am in the middle of the road now. I know, that's what the sidewalk looks like, so that's why. Okay, they've crossed. Alright. Well, That wasn't quite the exact same way that I went before, but I'm aware that dinner was supposed to start a while back, and I am going to try and get back on a bit of a usual schedule, at least for tomorrow. Not that it will matter, because if tomorrow's editing day, I'll probably just tune out of Discord or something. But I always end up missing something if I do that. So that's the curse of Discord, I'm afraid. Anywho. Anything else? Oh yes, congratulations to everyone who actually got a role in Puppy Love. And we actually did record their first episode yesterday with the people who were involved in that. Plus Melon, because I completely forgot she was wanted to Maisie and not Marsha. I knew it started with an M. So yeah, there are a few people who need to fill in their parts for the first episode. But we'll get to them eventually. For now, I can at least get a head start on that and then do News & Gold episode 3, which is the one that I have all of the audio for. So yeah, quite good. Well, there you go. I think that's it actually for this week and for this year of Walking Wednesday. Actually, there you go. I mean, you know, in these times when it's more important than ever to go ahead and exercise and let cars go past while you do that. I'm glad that I can still actually do this. And yeah, it's not that I'm saying, but I was saying before, that I don't want to carry on doing Walking Wednesday, because it is fun, and it is something that has provided something of a, it's been a surprising success. Like, not just like the main core people, although some of them do watch Walking Wednesday quite religiously actually, even though they were involved in most of the weekly events. Some people either like come along for the ride, like Laura did a few weeks back, or my family will tune in because obviously my content's not for everyone, so a lot of my older relatives like to watch just this, which is fine. Yeah, it's somehow something that appeals to more people. I used to look down on vloggers quite a lot, especially when they had nothing interesting to say. But then it's almost like when you start doing it for yourself, you kind of realize it's like I mean, that's not the case for everything. I'm not gonna start doing like incest gachas or anything like that. That's an area that I am staying away from. But it's still something that it's something that I have a new appreciation for. Well, because I've done it for a year, so there you go. New appreciation, absolutely. So yeah, next week will be exactly the same as the week before. We should just carry on doing the same thing over and over again, because apparently that's a formula for somewhat of a success. Not by like any huge milestones or anything, but it's good enough for me, for now at least. So yeah, on that note, please leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters. And until next time, farewell.